Russia was not on the official agenda of the G7 summit in France, but it was very much in the air. US President Donald Trump has repeatedly spoken of needing Russia back in the club, including at Monday's closing news conference.
I think it would be better to have Russia inside the tent than outside the tent. Do we live either way? Yes, we live either way.
But in Russia, Trump's initiative has sparked a lot of discussion, though most analysts are skeptical.
What President Trump does a lot is trolling. He trolls the media, and oftentimes we can't take his words literally. We remember that in 2018, he already suggested that Russia needs to come back to G7. This is all about creating media noise, and then, who knows, maybe the whole cry wolf thing will work out eventually. People will get used to the idea, and Russia will, at the end of the day, be invited back.
For his part, Russian President Vladimir Putin is being circumspect about the possibility.
G8 that you mentioned doesn't exist. How can I come back to the organization that doesn't exist? It is G7 now, not G8. When it comes to the possible negotiations format within our 8 countries, we never said no to anything. Once it was our turn to host the G8 summit, but our partners never showed up. Now, at any point, we are happy to host our partners, even as G7.
Putin is playing a smart strategic game, say some observers, including historian Nikolai Rudansky.
We saw how coquettish he was when talking about G7 this time. I don't know. We shall see. Russia's leadership, when it comes to propaganda now, will take full advantage of this opportunity. This is the usual way of portraying Russia by the Kremlin. We were expelled with no reason, but we were proud and strong. And now the enemies realized their mistake and are now trying to fix it.
Analysts also suggest that, apart from ideology, Russia might not be interested in rejoining the G7 for pragmatic reasons.
In the current political situation, the Kremlin might not see any big benefits in restoring the G8. Negotiations, in their mind, can be conducted on other platforms. The pragmatism here might also be in thinking that G7 and G8 as a platform might be outdated now.
The head of the Committee for International Affairs of Russia's Federation Council, Konstantin Kosachev, recently described the G7 as 7 against 1, not 7+1, should Russia be invited to rejoin. To avoid that, Kosachev called for transforming the G7 by inviting China and India. Yulia Savchenko, VOA News, Moscow.